Hey everyone, it's me again, Brittany, and I'm here today to do a video that I've actually been looking forward to for months. I'm finally getting on the tier ranking game. I've been seeing so many people make these and I love them so much, and a couple of months ago I had the idea. To be totally honest, I didn't know what to tier rank. In the moment I was like, I'm not gonna make one, I'll just come up with a better idea later. And in that moment I was like, what if I tier rank every book that I read in 2020? And since then I've seen multiple people make this video, so I mean, I guess it wasn't that original of an idea. I mean, it's not, but I'm still really excited to do this with you guys. Let me tell you my tiers first before we get into it, and I am going to be tier ranking every single book that I read in 2020. So that was 71 books. Of course, the one year I finally set it to 100, I didn't make it. So still a decent amount, so I don't know how much explaining is going to be done besides right now when I explain to you what my tiers are, basically. Let me do that. Before we get into the 71 books, which I do want to kind of just jump in because there's 71 books, let's address the elephant in the room. I'm wearing glasses. I never wear glasses in videos, but now I have 2 ring lights, which means I can wear glasses without it reflecting weird. Well, my other one's still dying, but as long as it's slightly alive, I have 2 ring lights. And so I am wearing glasses today, but it's also because this video is very kindly being sponsored by GlassesUSA.com. I have worked with GlassesUSA.com a few times in the past, and I'm a huge fan of theirs, so I'm really glad that they reached out again to sponsor another one of my videos. GlassesUSA.com is an online shopping experience that's made shopping for eyeglasses and sunglasses so much simpler because it's all done online. They offer over 6,000 different kinds of eyeglasses and sunglasses from both in-house brands and designer brands, and in quite literally whatever color and style you can probably think of. And they do this at up to 70% off of retail prices, which they achieve by actually cutting out the middleman. In fact, a complete pair of eyeglasses or sunglasses can actually start as low as $30, and this is actually including just a basic prescription on the lenses, which you can actually include your prescription on almost every single frame that they sell, both eyeglasses and sunglasses. And not only is shopping for eyeglasses more cost efficient, but they also make it a risk-free shopping experience online, which means that you get free shipping and returns and a 100% money-back guarantee if you return your glasses within 14 days. No questions asked, and you actually also get 365-day warranty on your product. I'm a big fan of theirs, obviously. I just like that it's such a convenient shopping experience. I like that you're able to get such a good deal on glasses that you might have already wanted. I mean, these ones that I'm wearing right now, we'll get into that in a moment, but I wanted these for forever. So thank you so much to GlassesUSA.com. I also will be leaving their links down in my description bar just in case you want to look them up, and in case you also want to shop my specific glasses that I got. I have 4 today to show you guys before we get into my tier ranking, and I feel like it's especially relevant because all of these, well, except for my sunglasses, but all of them actually have the blue light filter blocking, which is an option that you can add to your glasses to filter some of the blue light that you get from your screens. This is especially important for me since so much of my job is done on a computer. Having any kind of ease on my eyeballs while I'm trying to do all this editing is amazing. So I want to show you the glasses that I did get, and I want to start with these ones that I'm wearing. I'm obsessed with these. These are from their premium brands. They are the Ray-Bans 3447V in blue, and I just love what a simple frame they have. They're beautiful, they're oversized, they're everything I love, and they're lightweight. I also got a new pair of the OTTOTO Bellonas. I actually have a pair of these in the pinky color that I got last time, and I was so in love with them that I went back and I got myself a pair of just plain black and gold. I feel like they're gonna just match so much with everything. So these ones I got a little bit out of my comfort zone. Thick framed, just square glasses, and these are the MUSE GILFORDs. I don't know, it's kind of like a vibe, right? My boyfriend and I have very similar prescriptions, so these ones, since I have so many options at this point, I got for both of us to share. So even though I can see perfectly fine actually with them on, they're more for his face and they fit a little bit better on him, but I still kind of like it. This is like a look, right? And lastly, these ones don't have a prescription in them, but they are the OTTOTO ASHAs, and they are sunglasses, this really cute little hexagon pair of sunglasses, and I love them so much. I definitely feel like this is gonna be just a go-to pair during summer. These give me very strong festival vibes, and they're really cute and super lightweight. I like lightweight glasses because my nose can be weird. But yeah, I'm so glad to have 4 new pairs of glasses. Again, I've left all the links down below just in case you want to shop my glasses or shop them in general. So thank you again to Glasses USA. I have, again, 5 tiers here and they're based off of TikToks. I saw Books and Lala do something similar and I was like, that is the perfect way to do this because I feel like I don't have catchphrases, not even catchphrases. I just don't have phrases that I feel that I say that often for me to make them their own tiers. So I have 5 here. So we'll start with my top tier, which is in like purpley blue, and it's I'm a Queen, I'm a Dream from like the affirmations TikTok that's been going around. I love this one. Let me play you a TikTok example.
It is, bitch. I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am rich, I am that bitch. I am gonna go get that bag and I am not gonna take your shit. I am protected, well respected, I'm a queen, I'm a dream. I do what I wanna do and I'm who I wanna be.
I mean, this one's been going around a lot, especially in January, just as like a start of the year affirmations, and I love it so much. It's so much fun, and like we are gonna go get that bag because we're a queen, because we're a dream. This tier obviously stands for my absolute favorites of the years. These books were flawless. They are literally the dream. They are iconic. They're everything we should want in a book, or everything I want in a book anyways. Obviously. Right under that tier we have I Can Tell by Their Vibe. I really love this trend. A lot of people do it with their sun sign, rising sign, and moon sign, but I've seen multiple versions of this. Let's play you an example.
I can tell by their vibe this new person's gonna like us. We just gotta make a good first impression.
But how do we do that?
Brought out the pink Lamborghini, just a race with China, or the race to China.
I love this. So in general, this trend is just funny because it's like, you know, 2 people talking to each other that's like, I can tell that they're going to like us. We just have to make a good first impression and you have to bring out your best asset. This is a good tier for my not flawless but still really, really liked books because they made a good first impression. They brought in their best. That's all we can ask. Tier number 3 is what is going on in their head? This is one of my favorite trends. A lot of times it has to do with cats, most of the time just animals in general. I love it, I'm here for it.
Do you ever look at someone and wonder what is going on inside their head?
I love this. I love this. I love this. I made this one my number 3 because these are books that like maybe weren't for me, but I can definitely see what they were doing. Or maybe I don't see what they were doing, but like I know that this is for someone else. Like that couldn't be me, but maybe it could. Or maybe it works for them. Tier number 4, this one is How Bizarre. Yeah, this one's self-explanatory in a weird way, but it's just like, how bizarre. The story was either bizarre or forgettable. In general, it's not really that it was bad or good, it just didn't leave maybe much of an impression or it was a strange impression. My last tier. I'm gonna just play you the thing. Another trend I love. I know it says you, but I feel like, ooh, definitely works better for what we're doing with the tier. And you know, like the Y is almost cut out in the TikTok anyways. It's just like awkward moments that you really don't want to remember and you're like, ooh. This happens to me a lot. This is a great tier for my last ones. I feel like I don't normally despise books, but these are for the ones that I look back on and I'm like, ooh, just like why? You know, I could have gone without it. I could have gone without remembering this. Now let's get into my video because tier ranking every single book I read in 2020 is going to still be a struggle even though I didn't read 100. But I have my little tier maker here and all of the books that I read during the year. It's no longer in order, but I did originally upload it in order. Let's just start, you know? Okay, so we'll start with City of Glass. You know, I wish I could remember it. I really don't. So it's gonna go in How Bizarre because I just don't, I mean, to be fair, I marathoned all of the City of Bones Mortal Instruments series at the start of the year and it was right when I was moving, so I feel like most of them are a blur. City of Fallen Angels, this one I can kind of get it. No, City of Fallen Angels, I don't like it. This goes in ooh because sometimes when I remember it, when I do remember it, I just don't like it. It's just not worth it in my opinion. City of Lost Souls though, this one I'm gonna say what is going on inside their head because I kind of like it too, and I can't give you a really good reason. I just can't. Like, the plot, I mean, we thought the original, this is a mild spoiler if you haven't read any of the Mortal Instruments, but we thought the original kind of incestuous plot was bad. It's got nothing on this one. It's got nothing on it. City of Heavenly Fire, this one I'm going in what is going on inside their head because I know a lot of people love it, but that's not me. See, these are in here for different reasons. This is because I can't tell you why I like it. I shouldn't. And this is because I can't tell you why others like it. Versatile tier. Ooh, Mirage. Okay, Mirage by Samaya Dodd. I'm gonna say I can tell by their vibe because this made such a good first impression. It's just like 3 different genres blended seamlessly into one. I was extremely impressed and I had no hopes whatsoever. And they put their best foot forward. I'm gonna stop explaining my tiers. You guys get it, I think. Anyways, Even the Darkest Stars. Ooh. I should have liked it. It had things that I like. No. Merciful Crow. Ooh, this is another I can tell by their vibe. I feel like just right now I'm gonna tell you the 2 that are gonna have the most are I can tell by their vibe. Oh, it's either What is Going On Inside Their Head or How Bizarre. Probably What is Going On. I feel like those tiers are gonna have the most in them, so just putting that out there right now. Crescent City, House of Birth and Blood. I'm a queen, I'm a dream. I feel like I don't have to explain this. I have a vlog. You can look at the vlog. It was amazing. I loved it, every moment of it. Aquacorn Cove, also a queen, also a dream. Healthy, wealthy, well-respected. I feel like Aquacorn Cove, I feel like anything by Kitty O'Neill should undeniably be the top tier in anyone's tier ranking list. That might be a big statement, but I feel like it's true. All the Stars and Teeth. This one's gonna go into I can tell by their vibe because, again, low expectations. I was hearing so many mixed reviews and I liked it a lot. Winterwood. How bizarre. How bizarre. I remember it, but it felt like I'd read it before, and it wasn't even a good version of something I'd read before. Foxhole Court. What is going on inside their head? This is the epitome of this tier. This is the epitome of this tier. I can't tell you. I literally could not tell you what is going on in anyone's head when they're in love with this. I can also kind of understand it though. Like, I liked it a lot too. I liked it a lot. It was just a wild ride. But like, there are some diehard fans that love this, and I just like, I kind of get it, but I also want to know, like, why? Song of the Crimson Flower. This one's How Bizarre. Unfortunately, I had high hopes going into this one and I was let down, which is unfortunate. It was also pretty forgettable. That's a harsh statement. I feel like I should preface halfway through, but I should say that this is very strongly my opinion. This has nothing to do with how other people might like these books. I just, maybe at the place I was at when I was reading these books, I was not able to absorb them in the same way that others could. I just felt like it didn't live up to the potential that I had made for it in my head. That's on me. Ooh, Gilded Wolves! This is I can tell by their vibe. Wow, I really thought about I'm a queen, I'm a dream. But no, I can tell by their vibe because everyone was leading me to believe it was gonna be so not good, a knockoff. Anyone who's saying this is a knockoff, I feel like now officially it's like been debunked. And I'm not gonna say I started that, but I mean, I'm kidding. I totally was not the first person to say that it's not a knockoff. I was one of many. I'm glad that more and more people are jumping on the bandwagon of loving this because it is so, so good. It is nothing, it's nothing like Six of Crows. This just goes to show that, like, you gotta read something yourself to truly get an opinion of it. You can't just base your opinion off of other people's, even if you normally have similar taste. Anyways, Soul of the Sword. I gave this a good rating. I did. I really did. And I did enjoy it. Not nearly as much as Shadow of the Fox, and now looking back on it, barely remember it. Barely. I don't know. I think the timing was off in this one, and it got really dark and I didn't expect it to. I don't know why I didn't expect it to, but I just didn't, so we're just leaving it there. Little Fires Everywhere. I'm gonna put this in I can tell by their vibe because I was shocked. I liked something that is considered literary fiction and like not, I don't know. I just enjoyed it. It went by too quick, honestly. And it was just so run-of-the-mill and boring, and I was like, this is it, this is what I like, and that's when I realized that I'm becoming an adult. Anyways, We Hunt the Flame. This is going in, This is going in how bizarre, because it's bizarre that I didn't like it. It has, again, everything that I really love in it, but there were just some vital pieces that had more to do with like Hafsa Faisal growing as an author. I definitely want to read the second one. I'm just disappointed in myself for not liking the first one, and I'm shocked that I noticed all these things, because I feel like if you give me a good enough romance, I will forgive so many things, so many bad like writing tools I won't even notice. And in this one, because I didn't like the romance, I noticed them. So that just goes to show how I am no professional reviewer. I am just a gal that likes books, and I'm not even that good at telling you why. Anyways, Frankly in Love, I can tell by their vibe. Actually, no. This is going in what is going on in their head. Because even though I did enjoy it, this was a 4-star. This specifically, the what is going on in their head, is for the characters in the book. Like, what is going on inside his head? Because some of the things he does, I'm like, listen, dude, you didn't have to go that far. Don't get me wrong, I love a good fake dating trope. There are certain things that I don't love at all in romance. Like, I morally object to it, and I normally cannot look past it. That did happen a little bit in this book. And I know the arguments for it. It's like, well, it wasn't that serious. And even when it's not that serious, it's serious in my opinion. I have some morals and you have to stick by them, okay? Felix Ever After. I'm a queen, I'm a dream. Loved it. Everything about it. Everything. It's just, that dollop. It's just, loved it. Loved everything about Felix, loved everything about what this story explored. I loved the romances. I loved everything about it. I loved it. It was so good. So good. White Rage. This is going in I'm a Queen, I'm a Dream. Nonfiction books are going to be a little bit hard for me to rank, so don't take these ones very wholeheart's, but this one, White Rage, such a fascinating read, such a quick read, highly recommend it. So in that case, it's just going into my top tier. It's just weird to kind of like rank it in this kind of affirmations thing. White Fragility, on the other hand, this one wasn't for me, so I'm putting this in what is going on inside their head. As much as there were things that I did learn in it, and I think that it is still a good thing to read, I would more take this one with a grain of salt. It wasn't the best execution in my opinion. Blood of Elves. Queen, Dream. This is one of the first books I read last year. I was wholeheartedly only a Witcher fan for like all of January. And most of February too. I was watching the show, I was replaying the video game, which I feel like I really want to start it again anyways, and I was reading the books. I was obsessed. I was absolutely obsessed, and the books were not letting me down. Geralt of Rivia, you are a queen. Go get that bag. You should see me in a crown. I don't even have to explain it, right? Queen. Literally. You should see her in a crown because she's a queen. I loved it. Loved everything about it. All Boys Aren't Blue. This one I'm putting in, I loved it, but it's just like a different kind of love, so I'm putting it in I Can Tell by Their Vibe. Still 5,000% a 5-star, still so fascinating. It just had such a calm, good storytelling vibe. Again, nonfiction. Nonfiction's kind of hard for me to rank in these. Odd One Out. What is going on inside their head? These are very even. It's making me uncomfortable. Anyways, this had another one of my moral dilemma situations where I was like, there was no need for this. I just felt there wasn't any need to accentuate my moral dilemma. Why? Vanishing Half. This one is going in I Can Tell by Their Vibe. Because again, I was shocked. Literary fiction is something that I never thought I would gravitate towards because it's just such average. I mean, it's not average lives. It's normally pretty depressing. People, adults, living their lives. And I enjoy it. I enjoy it quite a bit. This one was really fascinating too. Just not even like twist and turn wise. It was, I mean, kind of twist and turn wise, but just in general, I felt like the relationships were done so well. Dragon Republic. Queen. The battery died. Where was I? Oh yes, Dragon Republic, Queen. I want to re-listen to that song. Protected, well-respected, a queen, a dream. Loved it. I'm so glad I finally read the second book right before the third book came out so that I could read the third book because I got an arc, and then I haven't read the third book yet, so anyways. Unfuck yourself. Swear words are fun to say. This is gonna go just in how bizarre because yeah, it was good. It was fun to hear, but a lot of the things that were in there I feel like I already apply to my life. This is something that I've noticed with most self-help books, so this is nothing against this specific one, and I loved the narrator. I think that the narrator was the author, and he has like this amazing Scottish accent that was just so fun. That's what you need, you know? Sometimes you just need a Scottish man to yell at you. Little Black Book. This one also just gonna go in How Bizarre, because I don't know how to really describe it, but very helpful. I didn't even rate this one, I just didn't know how to rate it. Psychopath Test. This one, I'm gonna put it also in How Bizarre for very different reasons. This really made me think about what we consider a psychopath. I feel like it's very intriguing that when someone's like trying to be rude and call someone a psycho, they use that term, they use psycho. And a psychopath, I feel like, is not what someone normally means, because a psychopath is supposed to be, I just feel like it's not normally what people are thinking of when they're using that insult. And the psychopath test made me even rethink again how class can come into play with what label you're given. And that's all I'm gonna say on that. Anyways, Witchy, so good. This is gonna go into I Can Tell by Your Vibe, because best foot forward. I just love graphic novels that feel like they're just gonna be whimsical and then they just give you so much more than what you bargained for. I hope this reaches her in time. This is gonna go in what is going on inside their head, because this is 100% an amazing book for someone else, not for me. In that actual video, I got so much amazing feedback on R.H. Sin and the couple duo author that writes them. In that video, I basically say that this book wasn't for me. It's like more for people that have like daddy issues or that got out of like toxic relationships, and the kinds of relationships that they were talking about weren't something that I've personally experienced, and I felt very detached from the story because of that, and I also felt very like Tumblr-esque because of that, which I think most poetry does, but when you relate to it you just don't really feel it, you know? But in that comment section I was told that that was kind of their thing, so I was misinformed. My bad. Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy. I liked this. I actually really liked this. I can tell by their vibe. I didn't think I'd ever like this. So that's why they definitely put their best foot forward. I am not a fan. Not a fan, but I liked it. Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. I'm a queen, I am a dream. Loved it. Loved every moment of it. I'm so glad I finally sat down and read this classic. I mean, it's not for everyone. That would be presumptuous of me to say. But it was for me. Adored it. Cheese Sweet Home. I Can Tell by Their Vibe. Just so good. If I had a tier between these two, it would be there. It's just such a cute little story about a kitten. If you want a manga to read that's just gonna warm your little heart, warm your cold dead heart like me, read it. Court of Mist and Fury, unsurprisingly, I adored it. I almost am just gonna put this ironically in How Bizarre because I liked it. How bizarre. Like, that would be the perfect TikTok for this. Me doing a reread of my all-time favorite Sarah J. Maas book and enjoying it and loving it. How bizarre. Arch Enemies. Actually, this is gonna go in How Bizarre, mostly because I felt it's kind of forgettable. It took me a year to finish this book, to be totally fair, and I did really like the ending of it, but there were certain things that were predictable and other things that were incredibly forgettable. I look forward to finally reading the last book. Right, there is the last book. When did I finish Supernova? That needs to be on this list. Wait, and Arch Enemies was the last one? No. Other way around. I have them wrong on my shelf over there. That was confusing. That was so confusing. Oh my goodness. Okay. From Lukov with Love. Bet you guys didn't know I read this. I'm a queen. I'm a dream. I do what I want to do and I'm who I want to be because I am. That is literally our main character. I didn't expect to like this as much, and to be totally fair, I have some complaints as a figure skater. Not very many complaints. So slow burn. So slow burn. On Honeymooners though, I Can Tell by Their Vibe. I read a lot of romance this year and I don't regret it. Fake Dating and Hate to Love and Hawaii. I mean, Cody! Queen! Dream! This was actually sent to me by the author earlier in 2020 for review and I fell in love with this story. This is another one that if you want something to warm up your heart, if you need something that's a little bit bittersweet, sad, but overall endearing, read it. It's beautiful and the artwork is stunning, like so stunning. I cannot recommend it enough. Queen of Nothing. Oh my god, is this not gonna go in I'm a Queen, I'm a Dream? No, it totally is. But only because of a certain scene we've all been waiting for. Holly Black delivered, and goodness, I didn't know I liked tales, you know? I didn't think that was gonna ever be something that I enjoyed in a man, but if it's the right man. Crazy Rich Asians! Anyways, let's move on. This one, I Can Tell by Their Vibe, because, no, actually, I don't know. Okay, no. This is going in I Can Tell by Their Vibe because I did really enjoy it. Not maybe as much as the movie. I adored the movie, but still really, really good. I mean, good enough for me to marathon. Let's actually place in the other two books. So China Rich Girlfriend, this one I'm actually going to be putting on in What is Going On Inside Their Head. I enjoyed it, but Rich People Problems, this one's going in How Bizarre because most of it's extremely forgettable and not what I wanted at all, but I still powered through because I was very addicted to the people in the story at that point. Yeah. Anyways, Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating. This is going on What's Going On Inside Their Head, referring to the people that love it, because as much as I enjoyed most of it, the ending is not for me at all. And to be fair, I think I understand the people that do enjoy that kind of ending, but if you know anything about me, it's not something that I don't know, I definitely don't need it in a story. It's a romance, if you were wondering. I feel like this is so all over the place. Sorry about that. Anyways, Conceal Don't Feel. This one, I'm gonna put it in How Bizarre because I really didn't expect it to be almost like an exact match of the movie. There are lines that are the same. I should have expected it, but I didn't. This was my first of like actually reading the Disney Twisted Tale series, so I didn't know that that was the thing. I enjoyed it, but mostly because I'm such a big Frozen fan that like I loved it because of the nostalgia. Bride Test. I really loved this. This is going in I Can Tell by Their Vibe because I had kind of lower hopes. I think I would really, really love the Kiss Quotient if I reread it now, but I had lower hopes for the Bride Test and I adored it. Such a good romance and such great representation. I just loved it. Compound Effect. This is going in How Bizarre because it's another self-help book. This one kind of hurt. Actually, no, this is going in ooh. That was a bad ooh, but like that's kind of how it made me feel because it sent me a little bit spiraling because I started really thinking about some of the things that they were saying, and they were great theories, things that I've never thought of before, but because of that, I got really in my head and it didn't help in the way that it should have. I wasn't ready for this kind of information, if that makes sense. Anyways, Moonwalking with Einstein. How Bizarre. I expected to learn so much from this book. I expected to be such a smart person that could remember things when I finished this, and instead I was like, oh, so you're telling me you remembered things by memorizing them. You just quite literally worked on memorizing things. Okay. Cool. Night Swim. This one is going in I Can Tell by Their Vibe. It was so good. I was shocked. Very hard-hitting, 100% look up trigger warnings. It was shocking to me because so many of the characters are young when very bad things are happening to them and around them. 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. How Bizarre. That story was bizarre, that's why. I don't know what I expected, but it wasn't that ending. Haunting of Hill House, also in How Bizarre. I 1000% loved the show more. I shouldn't have expected it to be so similar to the show. It's quite literally not similar at all. So there are some characters that match up. The house is the same. It's not nearly as spooky, but to be fair, it was written in a time where spooky books weren't written. This was like the first of its kind. In that sense, I get that, but also it was so strange. So strange. Ninth House! I Can Tell by Their Vibe. I liked this so much more than I thought I would. I thought I wasn't gonna like this at all. I was trapped. I couldn't put this down. I read it in a day. It's a big book, and it was so cool. The subplots were twisty and turny, but like the main plot was kind of predictable, but the subplots weren't, and that helped. Anyways, City of Ghosts. City of Ghosts. Oh, this is hard. I'm gonna say What is Going On Inside Their Head. Just because I had very mixed signals from this middle grade. I liked it, I really did. I enjoyed it. I definitely want to read the next story, but I feel like as far as like a character goes, I got mixed signals. I got mixed signals. I just need clarity. Ghosts of the Shadow Market. I really liked this one too. This was actually, I'm gonna say What is Going On Inside Their Head because I'm shocked. I normally don't like short stories, and I'm pretty shocked that I liked so many by Cassandra Clare this year. I mean, they're the only ones I read, but still, I'm shocked. Night Film. This one's hard because I have very negative feelings towards it. I feel like just because of that, it should go in ooh. Yeah, because that ending, that's how I feel about the ending. Like, I feel like, ooh, every time I think about it, that's how I feel about that ending. Give me closure. I cannot have I need closure. I need closure, especially in mystery and suspense novels. And maybe that's just me. I know some people love open endings, obviously, because this has a huge cult following. It's just not for me. That ending wasn't for me, but it's for many, many people, so I feel like it's unsurprising. Uzumaki, I'm a queen, I'm a dream. Healthy, wealthy, well-respected, protected, that bitch. Anyways, I loved it. I'm so glad I finally picked up Junji Ito. I didn't think I would think about it as much as I do. This quite literally pops into my head almost every single day, or at least weekly. At the very least weekly, I think about the horror aspect of this manga, and I'm just like, that was so cool. That was so cool. There's a reason why so many people read Junji Ito. God tier. Anyways, Shauna Maguire, middle game. I'm shocked. I loved this so much. I loved it a lot actually. I liked it more than Ninth House, but it was strange. I'm gonna put it on I Can Tell by Their Vibe, even though I couldn't tell by their vibe. They wowed me. This was a twisty turny book. I love the way Shauna Maguire writes science fiction, and her characters, they're so intriguing to me. 5 stars. Anyways, How to Make Friends with the Dark. Oh, this one's hard. I think it's going to go in I Can Tell by Their Vibe because I did really adore it, but goodness was this one depressing. I felt so many things, and I felt very strongly in this book, and it was really hard to read just because our main character's life is kind of like crumbling around her, and you can see her not making the best decisions because of that, and like you can also see the way that the foster system in general, or the way the system fails kids all the time. It was hard. It was really hard. Anyways, Deadly Education. Shocked. This is going in I'm a Queen, I'm a Dream. Didn't expect it. Did not expect it. I feel like that's what I keep saying about so many books, but I had very low expectations for this. So maybe that's why I was extra surprised when I felt all the feelings. I fell in love with our main character, fell in love with the sort of love interest, fell in love with the school, fell in love with the world, fell in love. Yeah. Okay. Tomi! I mean, definitely a queen, but I feel like it's not quite for me on the level of Uzumaki. I think the reason that Uzumaki stands taller for me is maybe because it's the first one that I read by Junji Ito, because Tomi is so good. I actually kind of prefer the overall story of this one. It's just really intriguing, so spooky, very horror. It's not on the same level for me as Uzumaki, even though they're both 5 stars. They're both incredible, and honestly I think again Uzumaki's just a little higher up because I think of it weekly, and it was my first. Afterlife of Holly Chase. Another one that I didn't see coming. It was heartwarming. I'm gonna put in I Can Tell by Their Vibe though, because I kind of predicted the ending, but I was happy that I'd predicted it, because if it hadn't ended the way that I'd predicted, I would be pretty upset about that. Really good though. I definitely would see myself rereading this every single year for Christmas. Like every year. It got me very much in the Christmas spirit and just like more willing to look at what I should be grateful for. Let's do these ones down here just because I don't want to do those last. I feel like that would be a weird way to end this. So City of Bones. What was going on inside my head to want to restart the series? It wasn't bad. Don't get me wrong. This was a pretty fun reread. But what was going on inside my head to reread them? I really can't tell you. City of Ashes. How bizarre. I feel like if you've read it, you understand. I'm talking about the plot. Red Scrolls of Magic. This one, oh, I'm gonna go in How Bizarre because I know a lot of people really like it, and I don't think I'm one of those people. As much as I liked most of her short stories, Red Scrolls of Magic was a little strange for me. I wasn't grasping it as well. Yeah. Burn for me though. Best foot forward, I Can Tell by Their Vibe. If you want something that feels very similar, very similar to A Court of Mist and Fury at times, but in a way smuttier, but also more slow burn, Burn for me by Ilana Andrews, because for a smutty book, it's so slow burn, which leads me to White Hot. This was good. It wasn't the same tier for me, but it was very close, and I just don't feel like it fits anywhere else. So I'm gonna put that there because I feel satisfied in certain ways, unsatisfied in others. This one definitely was better to me. But the second book, it was still pretty good. I just don't know where they're gonna go from here, almost. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna like the third one nearly as much. Anyways, Hello Girls. Loved this. Oh, I loved this. But again, this is another one that I'm gonna put in I Can Tell by Their Vibe just because I have a hard time putting books that like really made me very sad in I'm a Queen, I'm a Dream. And Hello Girls had that as well. That How to Make Friends with the Dark had, where you can kind of see the world failing these two girls, and as much as like there was intrigue and the plot was amazing and it was so much fun to read, it was still kind of depressing. So, down to the last 3. The Bane Chronicles. I don't know how this got all the way down here, but I definitely read it at the start of the year. I Can Tell by Their Vibe. Well, no, did I? Oh, no. I didn't like this a lot. I was confused. This is more of a how bizarre, because I love Magnus, and maybe that's why it's not a terrible book to me, but it was just, you can tell that this was the first short story collection because the writing was not on par and the storyline was not on par with the later books. It was just very disconnected, but it was still fun. Phoenix Unbound, I'm gonna say what is going on inside their head. Because, yeah, I did enjoy it, but it wasn't on par with like maybe Burn for me, for me. I don't know, I wanted more smut. I'm gonna be honest, I wanted more smut, and it wasn't that. It was a tiny bit smutty, but no, not what I went into it expecting, and that's definitely on me. It's not on the book, it's on me. Anyways, Kingdom of the Wicked, the last book I read in 2020. Where's it gonna go? Where's it gonna go? Where's it gonna go? It's going in, I can tell by their vibe. It was great. I really enjoyed it. Was it written perfectly? No. Was the story perfect? No. Was the plot amazing? It was pretty good. But like, was it mind-blowing? No. This is what I mean. I feel like this tier ranking is so indicative of the way that I read books. I wanted to be a reviewer for you guys. I wanted to be like a very professional, well-spoken, thought out reviewer, and I've realized that I tend to not lean that way with books. I am very much a gut feeling kind of person. If I adored it, I cannot tell you why I adored it, and I adored it. While if I didn't adore it, I tend to find reasons why I didn't like it, which is probably why it's so frustrating to watch my videos if I ever talk badly about a book that you love, and then you're like, okay, but you love all of these really crappy books, and I'm like, I can't give you a good answer for that. All I can say is my opinions are definitely not the be-all end-all. This is just a very fun thing for me to do. Reading should be fun, guys. Reading should be fun. So yeah, this is my tier ranking of all the books that I read in 2020. I am still planning on doing my best and worst. I don't know if I'm going to combine it into one video. Let me know down below if you would like that. This is definitely going to help, but I feel like there's going to be a few things that are not the same at all. But yeah, let me know if you're gonna want that all in one video or not. I feel like this was fun. We were chatting about the books I read. We can all come to the same conclusion that my opinion should not be trusted that much. But did we have a good time? I like to think we did. I'm just gonna stop this little screen recording. That's gonna be it for this video today, guys. I hope that this was fun. I hope that I edited it down to a decent amount and it was fun for you guys too. Let me know if you enjoy this kind of like tier ranking thing. I know that mine, again, was not very serious. This is definitely more of a chit chat, have a good time kind of thing. But if you want to see more tier ranking videos, I'm down. For me though, like it'll be a lot more of this kind of vibe where we're hanging out. So keep that in mind. That's gonna be it for this video today, guys. Thank you to you guys. I really do appreciate everyone that is so kind about sponsorships that I do, whether they be bookish or whether they be not bookish. I just really appreciate that you guys are so understanding of them. Thank you guys for always being so much fun. I can't wait to read your comments. Let's leave, is there a glasses emoji? Maybe that's a little too much. Let's leave the money bag. Leave the money bag emoji because we are going into 2021 with our affirmations. We are gonna go get that bag. And like, I would say like other parts of that affirmation because I don't think that's the most important part, but like, actually maybe a crown? Should I leave it? You can pick. You can pick. You can leave a crown or you can leave a money bag. Both of them are fun. Both of them are a good time. Don't take it too seriously. I just like to, you know, give you guys the option. But that's gonna be it for this video today, guys. I love you all so much. I hope you're having a great 2021 start. I hope the best for this year for all of us. All of us? I hope the best for this year for my speaking because I haven't been able to speak this whole video, but that's gonna be it. I love you all so much and I will see you in my next one. Goodbye. And again, Glasses USA, all the links are down below. Check them out if you wanna. So yeah.